My DJ, yo, get on the case.
Yo people, Makkuro here, and today I have a review of the Nissan Silvia S15 Spec Aero Air, some people may also ask. So, this car was pretty much from the start of the game, and it was my first actual car. So I feel quite a bit nostalgic and sentimental about this car, but nevertheless, let's move on to the details. Right now, it's unavailable for in-game cash normally. It has a cop version which is on sale right now, and it has, you know, your typical Gromman race team setup, your typical skill mods and so on, and some aftermarket parts on it. However, this car is a looker. It's the best looking Silvia in my opinion, and I believe in most people as well. It's been an in-game cache for a long time. It's been removed from the in-game cache for quite some time now, over probably a year or so, and a lot of people want it back. I'm one of them as well, and it's a very well-rounded car. It has also a rental version, which is quite nice, the Lustra. It also have a Speed Hunters version. If you bought this starter pack, you could get the Corolla Speed Hunters or the Nissan Silvia Speed Hunters. I unfortunately got the Corolla. Bleh. I would do a lot to get a Speed Hunters Silvia as well, but well, we need to wait for a trade system for that, which won't happen anytime soon. Anyway, if you want this car to get for in-game cash, it's also available as a starter car, meaning when you want to buy a car, when you just created a driver, you need to buy a car then, and it's one of the available choices. You can also buy the Volkswagen Scirocco, but that will be just stupid because it's there for in-game cash, and in E-Class it's either Silvia or the Scirocco. Well, Scirocco is mostly better, but Silvia can do a lot of damage in the corners. A lot. Also on the straight, since the acceleration is very decent. Anyway, that's about it when it comes to the shop. And now the aftermarket parts. It has few body kits, most of them which are pretty damn ugly, and the best lookings are the most expensive ones. Well, that's something new. Anyway, from the back I think only this or this one is actually workable, the rest is just a piece of bullshit. So this car, it has your typical set of spoilers, and it has no hoods. And as this was the previous case with Nisma as well, this is also the car which is in need of a spoiler, meaning it's like a woman without tits. It just doesn't work without a spoiler. It just doesn't. I don't give a fuck about, you know, spoiler lovers. Anyway, time for some racing, and we start from E-Class. I'll be doing E, D and C-Class for this car, and as we can see, some people have problems with staying on the ground and on two wheels and staying in one place on the track. Anyway, like I said, on E-Class it's either that Scirocco right there you see, or this Silvia right here. Reasons for that are two. This car has 205 kilometers, well, 206 kilometers per hour top speed for E-Class, and the Scirocco has 214 or 15, can't remember right properly. I give a fuck about that one. And Silvia along with Scirocco have pretty much the best acceleration in E-Class. However, Silvia has the advantage in corners, meaning it corners better than pretty much all the other E-Class cars. And those two things combined, it can do a lot of damage on tracks that are not really top speed oriented even for E-Class. And that guy just needed to be reminded, don't fuck with me. You know, some people need to be taught the respect, you know. Too many expendables lately. Anyway, as I said, most of you are already familiar that you're just gonna find spammers in 90% of races. So Silvia is really a good choice. If if you want to just out corner everyone in E-Class. It's pretty much the best choice when it comes, but you either need to be smart and get it as a starter car or spend speed boost on it right now. Shame. Also, this car was nerfed in the tier era, if I'm right, because it had a cosmic nose, and right now it doesn't. It has your typical normal nose power. And this is quite painful for me, because I believe this is the only car that actually deserves a cosmic nose. And a time of 2:18, as you can see. I already did 2:14, even 2:13 with this car. Without power-ups, of course, on that track. So, team escape wise, it's decent. It's not weak against those cups you get on all-in. It's very agile, so you can evade those rhinos pretty much with ease, without problems and so on. It's got the acceleration, so it can, you know, even though the speed hacking and tank modding cops are, you know, always problem, it's on E-Class it's very decent. You can pretty much go all the way without using power-ups in one field, but you can use the Juggernaut and go through blockades and rhinos pretty much with ease on E-Class. So yeah, it's a very good all-rounder car. Very good all-rounder on Team Escapes. That's what this car is. However, we need to change to D-Class, and that means no. Yeah. At the time of recording this, the only D-Class track is the Brook Street, which is one of the worst tracks in this friggin' game. I just hate it. So I didn't bother to look for a full lobby, and I just went with that Infinity G35 there. But the point is, don't put a Silvia on D-Class. When it's on D-Class, it's at the point of being race tuned but still not pro tuned, and that is the worst place you can put your car, because it's increase in the top speed but not in actual performance. However, there is actual decrease of performance. The handling of this car, as is pretty much with all cars that start in E-Class, when they get to a level of pro race tuned, their handling is just heavier than the cars that are less tuned. I don't know. This is pretty much a subject for every single car in this game. That the more parts you put, the more better parts you put, the car is actually getting worse at cornering. It's, you know, the suspension seems to not work at all there. Oh well. But on D-Class, the Silvia is on the point of being race tuned and not pro tuned, and that means the acceleration is not that great for D-Class. The handling is already worse than what you get from Eclipse, MR2 or Solstice or Cobalt says, and the top speed is just 247, I believe, the same as Cobalt, but it's it's just not that good. So yeah, we need to finish the Brook Street, and as you can see, some time we have there. So let's move to Team Escape. This time Outlaws, I believe, and this is the same story as in E-Class. It's all-rounder. Now, the C-Class. This is where this car shines. Truly. E-Class is really good, but on C-Class it just shines. It's the hero of the non-CNOS cars, along with the RX-8 for the cornering stuff, you know, I think. And truly, on C-Class it has 274 km/h top speed, which is enough to demolish any Eclipse, MR2 or Solstice when it comes to straight speed. However, the strongest point of this car is acceleration. It has atomic acceleration for C-Class. It just destroys everything. everything it finds there. It's monstrously powerful, even better than RX-8 2009 when it comes to acceleration. It just plows and plows and plows for every single thing when it comes to acceleration. It gets to its top speed very fast, however, like I said, the handling is decreased, so in corners you're gonna lose to a Soulside, Eclipse or the MR2 and the RX-8 of course as well, but when it comes to high speed tracks like Oil Refinery, you're just gonna demolish everything there is. There's nothing that can stop you. I was pretty much destroying. I was literally getting reported after every single raid because I get in Silvia, you get spamming MR2s, okay, and if they're not spamming enough, they get pretty much getting some justice served, flying over me, and I just go past way there. And some idiots that doesn't know the point and invention called brakes, and the point that they are meant to make you faster. I was just butthurt spammer that thought I wanted to ram him. Well, I did, but let's move on. Like I said, the acceleration of this car is pretty damn insane. Top speed is pretty much about enough to not get catched by all those boats that have higher top speed, but high enough to leave all those other cars that are there easily. M3, Eclipse, Soulside, MR2s, they are left behind when it comes to top speed. This car is truly wonderful. It's an all-rounder, and C-Class, it's a monster when it comes to high speed tracks, and acceleration and overall is just wonderful. I had this car in B-Class actually, and I was feeling, nah, they ruined the Silvia. It's no longer a car it was in the tier era, and it's just, nah, it's worthless bullshit and so on. But then I reduced it to C-Class, and I was like, what the fuck? This thing rocks! In B-Class the handling of this car is truly atrocious, but on C-Class it's at the point of not being the best but being good enough to, you know, be enjoyable. And on Team Escapes it's the same as before. You need Juggernauts to go through the harder blockades, but usually you don't need it, and with so much acceleration you're pretty much just gonna out accelerate everything there is. Just keep in mind that because of that acceleration, and this is real wheel drive, you may spin the wheels sometimes, so be mindful at some stupid situations with cups, as those tend to happen quite often. Still, it's agile enough to get you past those situations like here, and heavy enough to go through things like that. So yeah, to conclude it all, summarize all the things, like I said, this was my actual first car. The one that you see right now is my first car in the game, and I'm playing it since open beta, so you know, it's been quite a long time since I had this car, and I feel nostalgic, sentimental, so this opinion of mine may be a bit biased and so on. I don't really care. It's just one thing about this car, it's special, it's different. Most cars are, if they are good in one class, they are bad in all the others, or you know, they just get better with classes or get worse with classes. Like Scirocco is best in E, then it's very good in D, and then it's shit in all the others. The Cobalt SS is good only in D class, and then it's shit in others. And MR2 gets better with each class, RX-8 as well. Eclipse GST best in D class, then it gets worse because MR2 gets better. it goes like that pretty much all the way, and it's just not really that interesting. But with this car is great on E-Class, and it's also fantastic on C-Class. You just need to go through that point, through that shitty point called D-Class, to get to the best of what Silvia offers. And this car is truly great looking thing when you put this body kit on, and it's very nice to vinyl as well. It's very easy in fact to think of some designs for it. I've seen so many cool looking Silvias and even simple designs on them. The car is just looking tremendously good with just some few simple touches here and there, and just great. It's a very, 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 very good car. It's just shame that it's been, I believe it was nerfed anyway. Its handling should be a bit better, in my opinion. But still, it's just a great piece of car. It's truly wonderful, and it's a really, really likable car. And the sound of the engine, yes, it's not the best, but other than that, it's just great. So yeah, if you liked, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and so on. Also, donations of any kind of amount, even $1 or less, will be much appreciated. The link to that is in the description, so check that out, please do. I really do appreciate those things. And that will be all from me, so thanks for watching and see ya!